Shalom. I'd like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect, hopeful members of the elect, of whom I hope to be. This is just a short lesson. I was watching the brother GMS South Carolina, the elder there. He was talking about the Israelites never came to America as slaves, no slave ships. Basically, there was a guy, I believe in Dallas, a group that they're saying that there was no slavery. You know, that whole slave narrative is false. You know, like this is some bug out group, you know, that's bringing confusion. Right, because we were enslaved, all right, and there was many wars, and a lot of our people played a big role in the slave trade, right? And I was watching this video today. This is off CBC News here in Canada. This is in Newfoundland. It says, no change for controversial Corte-Real statue, right? And basically, this is a statue. This is like that was built, right, by the Moors, which is us, right? Which I come out of that line to my mother's side, right, of the Costa or the coast. It's the same thing, right? Basically, you know, these were Moors, you know, who was enslaving a lot of the tribe, the 10 tribes, and because basically it was a profit. You know, the whole slave trade was profit, and the Portuguese, you know, the Spanish, because basically you know, when the Borgia family came about the scene, all right, there's a lot of Jews, a lot of people that's practicing the Islam, and basically the Catholic Church, you know, they set up Pope Alexander VI of Rome, all right, of the Borgia family, and basically that's when you know, we started to fall, right? And some of our people, you know, like they were still in certain position, you know, as kings, and so it's a whole controversy, right? And that's why basically during the Spanish Inquisition, a lot of our people, they like a lot of them tried to escape, and a lot of them came to some of them went to like the Amsterdam or Netherlands, right? And some of them came to the Americas, you know. And so it's very vast. We have a very rich history, and basically like that was like when basically our downfall as you know, being on top, you know, as a nation, basically like we fell, you know, like gradually, you know, till now. Like now our people don't know that who they are, and so on and so on. But I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna see where the Rakakwadash is gonna lead. So I'm gonna play this quick. This is for educational purposes. All right.
If you're driven or walked along the parkway in St. John's, you might have come across this guy. He's been standing at this spot for 60 years, but who is he?
No, I'm not familiar, really.
Do you know this statue?
No, I don't.
I do not recognize this person. Who is this person?
Yeah, so they know who they are. Like, and I come out of that line through my mom's side. Like this guy, named Corte-Real, born 1450 to 1501, was a Portuguese explorer who, alongside with his father, João Vaz Corte-Real, and brother Miguel, participated in various exploration voyages sponsored by the Portuguese crown. These voyages are said to have been some of the first to reach Newfoundland and possibly other parts of eastern Canada, right? Because they were explorers, right? And we would, basically, they show you that in the Vikings, right? That some of our people were practicing the Christianity, right? And basically they were seafarers, so they were always like men of the sea, and they came to the New World, all right, and basically they basically indoctrinate them with the whole Catholicism, or Protestant, right? And Gaspar was born in a noble Corte-Real family, right? So I come out of that family, and Tercid or Terceira in the Azores Islands, right? The youngest of three sons of Portuguese explorer João Vaz Corte-Real, right? And we read about like Mateus da Costa, right? He comes out of that same family line, right? Which they were from the Azores, right? And they would always go back and forth to the Americas, right? And they had a whole different trade route. It says in 1500, Corte-Real reached Greenland, believed to be the East Asia, which is false, right? Because they knew they were, they had like the astrolabe, right? It's called the astrolabe. Basically, that was like where they're able to. It was like a tool that that you were able to look into the skies, and so you were always, like, when you have the astrolabe, you're always able to like to navigate. All right, I'm gonna put that there. Google Slovakia astrolabe. That's how it, yeah, astrolabe. Yeah, the astrolabe, right? So they were, like, that's why when the Edomites, with the Borgia family and Pope Alexander VI of Rome, that's when the Ottoman Empire, came back to power. The Byzantine Empire fell, but like, they still had to use the Moors because they were men of the sea. It says Christopher Columbus had regarded the New World, but was unable to land. He sets out on a second voyage in 1501, taking 3 caravan. It says the expedition was again prevented from landing at Greenland due to the frozen sea. All right. The change because because Greenland is a very rough terrain, right? But our people still live there. All right. That's a lot of them. Those are the Gadites, mixed up with the Danes. They changed course and landed in a country of a large river, pine trees and berries, believed to be Labrador. They there it is believed they captured 57 indigenous people who were taken back to Portugal to be sold into slavery to assist the voyage. And that's what it was. All right, and I'm gonna keep reading. Two of the expedition, 3 ships made the return trip to Portugal, but ship carried Corte-Real was lost, right? Because the Most High probably judged them, all right, and they weren't able to return back to Portugal, and so we are always going back and forth, to like Newfoundland, through that whole region, throughout Canada, Eastern Canada, throughout the Americas, right? The Moors, and see, this is how he's wearing like a hat, another hat, like a nice little like fez, like hat, has like woolly type hair, boots on the ground, but I'm gonna play this.
The statue is Gaspar Corte-Real, a Portuguese explorer back in the 1400s. Historians say he enslaved indigenous people. So why is there a statue of him? And why?
So we were, we were still, even though Esau was rising up to power, they still had to use our people, because they were men, of the sea, that the astrolabe, and they knew the maps, they're map makers, and it was big profit. And basically, the whole slave trade, came about the scene throughout the Americas, throughout America, Central America, because you had the Spanish Empire, all right. Basically, a lot of our people, for the Spanish Inquisition, a lot of them came to the Central America, throughout the Caribbean, South America as well, and they went to like Colombia and they set up shop. And basically, a lot of these Edomites came, and they basically took our people into captivity. So there's always a hostility and war, because it was our time to fall as a nation. All right, that's why I'm gonna get that scripture, Deuteronomy 28. Book of Deuteronomy 28. All right, because these are the curses that will befall us if if we disobey the Heavenly Father. So we're still under these curses, right? But He's gonna lift us up out of these curses, when Yahweh Shai, when His Son, is gonna free, like the Israelites, out of this hardcore bondage that we're in. Deuteronomy 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, right? Because basically that's what it was, right? Because they knew that the tribes are already here, and they basically, our people would sell our own, to to the conquistadors, all right? Because basically we were basically, some of our people were in high position, some of our people were in lower position, but basically they were making merchandise, of our people, and a lot of our people played a major role in the slave trade, right? Deuteronomy 28 verse 54, the most tender-hearted man among you will have no compassion for his own brother, his beloved wife, and his surviving children. That's what it was, right? So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play the rest of this, and I'm gonna share the link in the description. So let's go.
Why here? Short answer, propaganda. In 1965, Portugal was under a dictatorship. The Corte-Real statue was a gift to the province as part of an effort to improve Portugal's international reputation. For many indigenous people, the sight of this statue is as painful as a fresh wound. Jude Benoit and Robert Lehman are both Mi'kmaq and activists.
To see the harmful statues is to be reminded that
so I'm going to share the link in the description. I'm going to also share a link in the description of Mateus da Costa and Gaspar Corte-Real in the description. All right, and you could do your research. I know I come out of that line through my mother's side. All right, so you know, they were Moors, they're Jews, they're Sephardic Jews, which I am a Sephardic Jew. All right, so I'm going to share the link in the description. With that, let us say our praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Mekakwadash, the bonds, the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.